What's up, everyone? Thomas here with Stellar AI Solutions. In this video, we're just going to do a quick peek behind the curtain. A lot of people see what we do, but they don't really understand what's going on in the back end. So I wanted to show you just a little bit of how the prompting is, because when it comes to AI and the technology and how it's going to be evolving over time, um, there's a lot of shiny objects that are going to happen. But what we know for sure is the foundation of AI is going to be the prompting. And so this particular AI assistant I have actually does outreach to real estate investors to find out if they're still in the market for properties, whether it's flipping, holding, building. And we have a unique business model where we actually partner with real estate investors. They fund a marketing campaign. We manage that campaign. We act as a lead manager, acquisition, disposition, and a transaction coordinator. And this really allows them to focus on what they do best, right? So this particular assistant is being prompted. So as you can see, this is a lot that goes into a prompt, right? You have the identity, exactly who they are, what they're doing, personality traits. David is a sharp, inquisitive, and confident, the kind of expert you want on the front lines of a serious business conversation. Style guide rails: be concise, embrace variety, be conversational, be proactive, right? Get clarity. These are all things that over the last year and a half, we just get better and better at training these AI bots. Here's the response guidelines: what happens when they say this, right? Here's some very important stuff: never use these words or phrases in your response, because when you're talking about properties, the carriers are going to flag you. So we've found ways around the carriers and which words and phrases to use so the messages don't get blocked. Okay. You have the goals. Here's the task. And then, of course, you start off with the greeting. So David can either make an outbound call, or this is initiated by a text, right? So I just wanted to show, I'm not going to go through all of it. I know you don't really care about it. Here's some qualifying questions. This is the most part. Once they engage, the bot will then start asking them, how they currently acquire deals. Are they still open to projects that line up with what they're focused on right now? If they didn't have to depend on wholesalers or agents and other resources to get deals, would they be interested in getting a steady flow of targeted exclusive deals? Right? And if they say yes, then they move on and it goes into booking. So just a real quick side note here. On the side, you do have, this is Andrew right here, okay? And you can choose your bot, right? You can choose the gender, male, female, the accent, even American, German, Indian, French, and you pick your assistant and you add it, and it's super simple. So if you're using Go High Level, we love this platform because it's the hub. Unfortunately, Go High Level doesn't have the functionality with their AI that we do. And the program, or excuse me, the software we use is called Assistable.ai, and they specifically have built that to integrate into GHL really easy. And so we love it. It's a real quick integration. But just to show you some things here on the side, I do have calendars here. And as you can see, marketing partner calendar. So it integrates with your calendar, so it knows your availability, so they can schedule appointments. You have autopilot settings here. The one thing I love about Assistable is, as you can see, what model are we using? See, over time, OpenAI, they have issues, and if OpenAI goes down, then your system would go down normally, right? In this case, if we're monitoring and we find that there's issues, it automatically has a redundancy system that will switch to 4.0, 4.0 mini, and then it goes into Anthropic, to Claude, and then to even Google Gemini. So that way, the systems are always moving forward and never going to delay or prevent you from missing calls and things of that nature. Okay. We also have the tools and capabilities here. So as you can see, these are all the special tools that the AI can do: update details, update address, check availability, book appointments, reschedule appointments, cancel appointments, check appointments, create tasks in the CRM. So now it's doing your data entry, create notes in your system. We love that. Self schedule, send emails, and call users. These are all tools. We even have a transfer call. All right. So if you have salespeople, the bot can actually transfer to your sales team, and it literally makes a quick introduction, and it will forward to a team member in this regard. All right. So we also have call settings. This is part of the bot. You can have background noise. Some people like to have different sounds to make it sound a little bit more realistic. I don't really like that. I like a straightforward, just no ambient back noise, just straight up, conversation. You have a knowledge base. So in this case, if I want to have my bot really understand my business, I can let it scrape my website and know fully what we're about, where we're at, our hours of operation, location, things of that nature. And you could put in documents, sales documents, anything that can really help the bot understand and know, what it's trying to do and its role. You also have your calendars, so you can have different calendars associated with this bot. In this case, it's the calendar that we schedule with our marketing partners, right? Super simple. Output filters, this isn't something really that you would find beneficial. But at the end of the day, this is kind of behind the scenes. And then you could do a little test here. Um, let's see him play around.
Hi, this is David with Coast to Coast REI. Quick on, are you still looking for off market homes or land to flip, hold, or build on?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay, great. I'd like to ask a few questions. Do you have a few minutes?
No, not right now. So you can actually test with it back in the back end. You have the chat lab. I can literally start a message and see it work. So it's really cool, instant. So if you're interested in either building these systems out yourself, I'd love to be a resource for you. We do have an affiliate link that you can click on, so that way you can get a little bit of a discount and have some support. Because if you just get into it, you got to learn from scratch. So if you're looking for someone just to kind of expedite that, we'll help you. Also, if you're looking for someone to do it for you because you're too busy and you just don't have the time to learn and spend the energy on, then we can definitely be a strong growth partner with you there. Been doing this now a year and a half, so we're a little bit further on than most people. But if you think this was beneficial, comment or DM or reach out to us. I'll have a link there so you can schedule, and hopefully we can help your business, because AI is the future. It isn't going anywhere. And if you want to outpace your competition, you need to start getting involved and start investing in AI today. So, with that being said, I'm out of here, and I love ya.